Yo guys, welcome back. Undefeated Locals. It's your boys, Marvin and Edgar here. Uh just like last week, we gave you guys Ryukyu and had a beater. We gave you guys Jiro. Now we're gonna give you the 20 best cards in the game to take down Jiro. Jiro is no longer a menace because we're going to show you how to stop her.
Exactly. So let's get right into it here. Starting with, we've got Fashion Icon. This card is amazing against her, guys. Jiro, every form of Jiro likes to pump the speed up real high and hit you with something that's unblockable at the end of her chain. Comets, 1.3s, any kind of weapon that's going to come in the
Yeah,
weapon
trying to
kit.
make those freaking cannon blast 20 highs.
Yeah, so this is going to change that into a 4 or a 2 or whatever.
Yeah. Well, sometimes, yeah, exactly. We get lucky enough to make it like a 2 or a 3,
Yeah,
right? With
yeah.
some of her moves.
So this one's going to be really good
And it
into her.
doesn't destroy, it's just a
It's
flip
just a flip
cost, guys. We
cost.
don't lose our entire stage to Jiro.
Yeah, this is
Pretty
probably the
good.
best card that Gina's kit gave us.
Yeah.
Again, just like last week, League Handler, uh, Staff Strike Jiro, Air Jiro, both of them are going to play 9 cards, so they're going to make 9 checks.
Yeah. They're certainly trying to play foundations into their card pools.
Yeah,
So we're going to make that staff strike hurt.
yeah, exactly. So that will just come in handy eventually. Vast Strength. This one's good into any aggressive deck. Anything, any overhauls trying to hit you with a repeated
Yeah,
smash.
we get to just freaking remove their entire text on
Yeah.
the card they play from their stage.
So you see this come into contact with Jiro against Staff Strike. She plays, futures now, weapon, Staff Strike. Now that Staff Strike's just blank.
Absolutely. Yeah, no, it is super good. And it removes everything except keyword, so it also works against specialized sound waves, Jiro.
Hmm.
No, please don't stack your deck. Let's just actually end your turn now.
Yeah, they get one response, so it's going to be the
Yep.
draw, and then
And then you're done.
hmm failed role model. This one's interesting. Flip mill one, seal one, rival foundation. This is good against things like destined for mainstream.
Yeah, yep.
Like that's probably the strongest foundation in her board at any given time. So just seal it, and now she's playing the same game you are. She might have more information, but she doesn't get to draw that.
Yeah, and like you probably milled one card that she looked at, right? Whatever
Exactly.
she stacked on top of your deck is probably gone now because she's gone Jiro. I wanted to Destin for mainstream. No, now I'm saying you can't.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It just gives you a strategic advantage in that sense. Another one. Jiro really loves her combos.
Yeah, she
Really,
sure
really loves
does.
her
Pretty
combos.
much across every symbol, she loves her keywords.
Yeah, so being able to flip one of her attacks, flipping uh, Jolt as soon as you see it, so she can't double jab,
Absolutely.
and it's not going to become a
Yeah,
momentum.
and you don't get to selectively stun one. We can even just like sometimes as an emergency button, we can flip a random high attack if like 3 damage on comet matters.
Yeah, yeah.
Like there's a lot of variations to this. We get to force her to play a staff strike line way more aggressively, right?
Hmm.
I'm gonna tell you, you need one more weapon card into your card pool now.
Yeah,
Very
exactly.
very solid.
Uh, Defending Pageant Queen, speed resets are huge in any aggressive deck, but Jiro especially, who just manipulates speed so easily. So things like Defending Pageant Queen, Fashion Icon, you're going to see this a lot coming up a lot
Yeah,
against
any
any aggro deck.
resets, you're so obvious. Again, like things like Fashion Icon will be more effective as they don't just blow up your stage,
Hmm.
but anything to survive the turn will be extremely useful. Yeah, so just find your resets, guys. Every symbol has them.
Stopping for breakfast. It's funny because when we first looking at this
Man,
set,
yeah,
we were
this
shitting on this card.
I'm still shitting on this card. There's no reason for it to be an ultra rare.
That's fair. Um, but yeah, against especially futures now, Jiro, this just turns it off immediately. You're not allowed to futures now. You're telling Jiro she now has to play that staff strike combo for real.
100%. And it's like just a solid slot in your deck, as we've said with all these other cards. That's kind of where you want your deck to be right now, is solid into every aggro deck. So this is solid into Ryukyu. Anybody that's just trying to play their action cards, right?
Exactly. Then we got League Invitation. Your rival makes a check against a 7. If they fail, commit one rival foundation. Like, you know, Jiro's gonna have to either stun 2 or you're going to commit her destined for mainstream or
100% get
whatever,
to like,
whatever other garbage she happens to have, but
yeah, this is
most of the time
playable while
destined.
committed. So like you get to block and move. She plays her second. And now we activate this. Like your string's gonna hurt a lot more now,
Exactly. Uh, Eyes of the Tiger. This one is really specifically for Air Jiro.
which is fair. Like you're gonna see him everywhere.
Yeah, both of the builds right now are very viable. So you just right off the bat you see a jolt come out, you pop this. Now double jabs no longer extend her turn infinitely.
Yep, absolutely. Yeah, this just ends double jab. She's gonna play the card. You're gonna enhance with this, and then she's gonna end her turn.
Exactly,
Ugh.
exactly. Can't Escape Me, another huge one. She puts cards in her hand so often. Specialized does it. Staff Strike does it.
Yeah, absolutely.
So this is just a good way to cancel those
Yeah,
abilities.
she plays out her entire hand in the staff strike deck, and then just has to pass after a staff strike. Feels really bad.
Yeah, yeah. Uh, Struggling with studies. We've seen this one before. Still good here. Uh, Aggro decks are going to throw more than 3 attacks at you for sure, always and forever.
Yep, this is like the only way you're gonna block her even two times, right?
Yeah,
Is by clearing your own card pool, unfortunately. As I've already said, she ramps up speed so easily and so quickly. If we block even two times against this character, sometimes it feels like a miracle on turn two.
yeah, yeah.
This will definitely make it less of a miracle.
Exactly. We've got Villains Defeated, just another way to end her combos. You block something, you remove it, you gain some health. This is devastating against Jolt, which,
Yeah, she's just that deck's just like I need one momentum, right? Like she
exactly.
just has to have it.
And that's it for Foundations. Again, a lot of the same things you've seen before, but these are the things that work. And some of these are more tuned to Jiro for sure, but here we go. Breaker 4, again.
Yeah, absolutely. If you want to stop an aggro deck, just ask them kindly to stop playing attacks.
Yeah, so Twisty, great for that. We have League of Villains. This one's actually really good against Comet, against
Staff
Staff
strike.
Strike. It's good against all of them. Falling Skies. Uh,
Absolutely.
they say any enhance, and you say no.
Yep. Yeah. Super, super solid. Any cancel is just feels so good in the card
Yeah.
game.
Uh, in the same vein, Young Heroes. She says, oh, I'm going to powerful 5 with 5 momentum. You'll say, cool, that's 0 bonus damage.
Absolutely. Again, falling skies. I'm gonna make it a throw. Yeah, go ahead. I'm gonna give it +2 for every high attack. No thanks.
Yeah, yeah. We'll give it +0 for every high attack. That sounds good to
Yeah.
me. So those are really good. Hero's upbringing. Oh man, this one is devastating to her because she plays her responses on every attack. So she gets 2.
Yeah, yeah. This is just like this ends a lot of characters. I've gone up against this card with Ryukyu. It's gonna be the same with Jiro. You simply just passed your turn after your opponent's activated this.
Exactly.
9 times out of 10, it's actually just gonna end your turn.
Again, we got Barrier Shield. This is just another
Breaker 4.
Breaker 4 card,
Yep, this card's also super sick into double jab pummel. This card is insane against double jab
That's
pummel
true.
because it allows us to block. Jiro discards 2 cards for cost, and then it's over. You don't get to draw. So playing its other enhance into double jab is pretty
Yeah,
insane.
yeah, it's pretty great. Capture Evildoers. Again, a lot of Jiros are looking for one momentum so that their next turn they can just go crazy.
Absolutely.
So this turns that off. Also, it's +1 breaker. If they don't have a momentum, sometimes you just get to use
Yeah,
that.
and Breaker 1 sometimes helps against Jiro. Sometimes she checks only sixes, but
Sometimes, yeah. Showdown. This one it's tough, but it's you need to be able to you need to be able to stop her attack run, and sometimes this just says, okay, you're destined and your Starlet are committed after I
yep,
block.
absolutely. Yeah, 100%. Sometimes, especially on turn two, we've already decided we're only going to get to block one thing anyway. Let's make it the easiest one to block and just see if committing 2 over 4 foundations does a thing.
Exactly. And then this one's kind of a double-edged sword. Airy Smiles. Uh, you block with this, you tell her to play a non-attack. Sometimes, especially against Staff Strike, Jiro just laughs in your face.
Plays a weapon foundation and then another attack. Yeah,
Exactly.
absolutely. You have to like really be able to read your opponent's play lines here. Some things that have helped me, not with this card, but with there's other cards like it, namely learning the standards on other symbols. You really want to read their lines, read their hand. The best time to play this against Jiro is when she has like two cards in hand, and just try to call the fact that she does not have foundations. You are
Hmm.
just simply going to try to bum rush me with your last two attacks, and I'm just going to say pass turn now.
Yeah.
Yeah, so sometimes this works. Again, a lot of the time, even all of these answers sometimes just aren't enough against this character. We're simply giving you the 20 best of them to use against her. And yeah, Airy Smiles, things like learning the standards, definitely want it in your deck.
Yeah. And again, beyond the cards here, you're also going to be looking for killing her
Yes,
afterwards.
100%. We certainly do still have to count to her entire life total after we've survived her turn two.
Yeah, leaving her at one can
Yeah,
um,
absolutely. You do not want to give her her anime moment and just let her count to one through her throw attacks.
yeah. So that's it. That's it. What we've tested into her, what we think you can bring along to try and stop her turn two. Let us know what you think about those in the comments. Let us know what you've been playing against her, or how you've been seeing her on the field. We'd love to hear about all of that. Uh, we have webcam events coming up this weekend.
Yeah, we finally have some competitive content coming up for you guys. UVS Games has finally unleashed us into the new competitive season. Bring out your Jetburn builds. Let us know about those in the comments as well. And look forward to maybe Sunday night, Monday morning, hearing from us about how Capture Evildoers absolutely destroyed that event for them.
Exactly.
Until next time, guys, peace.
Peace.